All right, so I hate that I had to build up and then it just kind of took that away. But so, can you name the 3 things that gangs are known for predominantly? And this has nothing to do with your affiliation. And you don't have to speak towards a specific set. But like, what are 3 things that gangs are known for?
Terrorizing shit.
That's one.
Terrorizing shit. And terrorizing shit.
That's it. Okay.
That's it. I mean, it started off it was supposed to protect the community and keep drugs up out the community. But how can you, like, my only thing, one of the rules actually of being like a Crip, you're not supposed to do hard drugs. But how can you not do hard drugs when all the founding members was on that shit bad? They was on, what's it called?
PCP?
Yeah, PCP. They was on that bad. Tookie Williams was on that bad. Raymond T. Washington was on that bad. Pookie Williams, Barefoot Pookie, these people was on that bad. So how can you tell the other gang members not to do this, not to snort cocaine, not to get on heroin? How can you tell them not to do this? You gotta practice what you preach at the end of the day.
Right. So you're saying that it's a rule that you're not supposed to do hard drugs.
You're not supposed to.
The founders did hard drugs.
And that's what trumps all that.
Okay. So then.
So it really ain't no rule no more. Cause when you go to say that, guess what nigga gonna hit you with? Well, they did it. And then what you gonna say? As a nigga that don't do drugs, what am I gonna say? When a nigga tell me that it ain't nothing I can say.
So, could being a part of a gang increase your chances of going to prison?
Yeah, most definitely. But at the end of the day, if you running the streets, whether you with somebody by yourself and you doing illegal shit, that's penitentiary chances too.
Yeah. I agree with that, but do you think being a part of a gang, an active gang,
I know some non-affiliates that are not a part of no gang.
I mean, on average, I'm not talking about like individual. I mean,
no, you do the crime, bro. This 2025 finna go to 2026. Technology is terrible. I mean, it's terrible to the point to where you can't even piss. Right. On the side of the walk. So, yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with being a gang. You will get caught.
Right. All right. So, does being a part of the gang increases an individual's probability of bringing harm to the community?
Harm to the community. Yeah, I do. But at the end of the day, what's going on in that community before that person?
Yeah,
and I'm not necessarily going to blame the gangs. At the end of the day, bro, before gangs came to Atlanta was still bad, bro.
Right.
So you can't necessarily say, oh, the gangs fucked everything up. Man, you can't do that.
I'm not saying that. I'm just asking the question.
I'm just saying, like, I'm speaking, you know what I'm saying?
So I'm just trying to, in my mind, as a civilian, as a senior citizen, I'm just trying to figure out. So I'm trying to find the positive within the game. So what you're saying is being a part of the game increases your chance of going to prison. It increases the probability that harm will come to your neighborhood. What about
the only thing positive that I could say about
hold on. So what about in reference to reaching an early grave? Does being a gang member, I'm not talking about an individual you know that has never been locked up or stay out the way. I'm saying on average, and this is not for a specific gang, does being a gang member increase your probability of reaching an early grave?
I think back in the days, or depending on what state you talking about, down here this shit trendy. So like I said, you got a gang member and you got a gang banger. I know we ain't talking about in general, but like I said, things are different than what it was in the 50s and the 60s.
Let's talk about right now.
Now in Atlanta, I don't feel that. So this shit is trendy.
Are gang members dying in the streets of Atlanta?
They are, but they was doing the same thing before they was gang banging. So who is to say that?
So generalizing, when you say that they was doing the same thing, then you have to say it's a lot of assumptions that have to be made. then you would be talking about a specific individual. I think that the picture I'm trying to reveal to myself and maybe to some of my subscribers is that to be a part of a gang increases your chances of going to prison, to bringing harm to the community, and an early grave, right?
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay, so then I have a theory based on those facts. I think that gangs, all of them, was created by the white man.
I've been hearing that. Like somebody was trying to say Raymond T. Washington was put on by the CIA. Like I've been hearing these theories and stuff like that. But that's fine and cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it goes back to show you, bro, you can't be mad at these youngsters. The old niggas did this. The senior citizens now, they did this. You can sit here and point the finger to the niggas.
I see what you're doing because you've never used the word senior citizen in any of our interviews.
Yeah.
So I see.
Y'all did this, man.
So now,
you didn't do this because you're a civilian, but y'all did
used
this.
The word senior citizen just then. So then, and I'm not trying to paint or create a narrative, but just like through naturalistic observation, and that, from what I understand, is a psychological term. It just simply means to watch something. If you see outside that it's raining and the rain is coming from up there and it's going to the ground, I have to, from my naturalistic observation, I conclude that water or wet stuff comes from the sky and reaches the earth. So now, as a civilian, when I look at gangs, I can't fathom the idea that a person of color is the initiator of this gang life. It has to be something that comes from an adversary. I can't see me producing something that is going to bring toxicity to this house. This is my house. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't create a dish. I wouldn't go cook something that's going to eventually kill everybody in my house, or that's going to send them to jail or bring some type of harm to them. So go ahead.
What about the people that's before you, though?
What do you mean?
The people that's before you. What about them? You might not do it, but what about your homies or your...
You talking about the originator?
Yeah, the originator.
Okay, so in this interview, what you brought up is that one of the rules of being a part of this is that you can't do drugs.
Yeah.
And so here's my theory, and I'm going to try to answer your question.
Mm-hmm.
The originators of this, of some of these gangs, allegedly were utilizing drugs. Okay.
That crack era killed everything, and then the Sherm, yeah.
Okay, so then when I'm speaking from a governmental, I don't even know if that's the right kind of word, I pay attention to trends. Not just trends, I pay attention to strategies. At some point in time, Malcolm X was on the FBI's radar. Mm-hmm. Martin Luther King was on their radar. Mm-hmm. You had a lot of, we can go back further than that. The boxer, the brown bomber, was riding around in cars and smashing white women. This back in the 40s.
No, you talking about what's his name? Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
He's the reason why the CIA was created.
Okay.